I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Howdy doody. It's showtime.
What's going on, guys? Your old buddy Yard Boy out here back at it again, and guys, I gotta tell you, it's nice to be able to hear this sound right here. Hope you can hear that. Last week was probably the hottest week we've had all year long, and first thing Monday morning, air conditioner decides it wants to go out, and it would still blow air, but basically what happened is there's an idler pulley that runs the AC, and on these particular trucks, fortunately, the AC has a separate belt that runs that compressor, so it wasn't like it was the main fan belt that broke. So I was able to soldier on through the week with no cold air because the compressor was not running, and get through till Friday when my mechanic could get it in and change the idler arm and put a new belt on. And luckily, while he was in there, he said, hey, I got to take the main belt off to get to this, and it's starting to show some wear. You probably want to go ahead and replace that while we're in here. And so got that taken care of last Friday, and luckily I was able to get everything done by Thursday afternoon, so they've enjoyed a long weekend. Took Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. Went to the shop for a little while Saturday morning, but not a whole lot, just some odds and ends taken care of, some things there. And then yesterday, which was Monday, kind of worked about a half a day. Got the 6 acres around the shop, 6, 7, whatever it is, 20. it's about 6 acres around the shop. Got that taken care of, sharpened the blades on both mowers, scraped the decks out, and also changed out the PTO belt on the Turf Tiger. Not necessarily the PTO belt, but the deck belt. Those of you that maybe are not familiar with the Turf Tiger and how it is set up, you have the drive shaft that we had to replace a couple of weeks ago that runs a gearbox on the deck, and then that runs the belt on all the spindles. And I noticed one day last week, actually had a chunk of belt fly off and come up and hit me in the leg, and looked down, and yeah, that belt was on its last leg. So $94 for a deck belt, and easy, super easy to change. I probably should have done a video to show you all how I did that, but it would have taken me longer to set the camera up than it would have to actually change it. I'm sure somebody out there has got a video on it somewhere. But got that ready to roll, and we have got the entire schedule ahead of us this week, and got some rain in the forecast coming, I think, Wednesday night into Thursday. So try to get you some footage here today. Don't know what we'll get, but we'll get something, and who knows what else we'll get into. Hey, this is 4 videos inside of a month. Y'all might want to get your doomsday prepper bags ready, because the world could be coming to an end. Let's get on down the road and mow some grass here. I'll see y'all in a little bit. heat. But compared to this time last week, today feels amazing. Let me just tell you. Last week, by this time, we were well pushing 90 degrees, just the ambient temperature, with the heat indexes well over 100 degrees. Right now, at 10 minutes to 11 o'clock, we're sitting on 83 degrees. Yeah, for August the 1st, with a wind out of the east at 6 miles an hour. You know, this is by no means any kind of personal endorsement or anything. These Wrangler shirts, Wrangler shirts, they're like a dry fit shirt you can pick up at Walmart. I want to say they're like 15, 16 bucks. If you haven't tried one of these, go get you one and get out here and work up a little bit of a sweat and then let a breeze kick up, or get on the mower and make a fast lap up and down the street real quick. You will stay warm, I promise you. It's been a game changer for me. Those of you that have been watching my channel for a while, you might remember the last few years I wore those button-up, basically fishing shirts. Man, those things, at some point in time, they get hot. These, I don't get hot in them. But listen, we're gonna run up here and I'll probably set you up and mow another one. That one was pretty quick. Guys, my yards don't take long to mow. They're quick mows. And there's usually more trimming that goes into them than actual mowing. Let me back up. I got a tractor trailer trying to turn in here and make a sharp turn. There we go. He has no business up in this residential neighborhood, I can tell you that. And he was just going to whip it in there. He wasn't caring about old yard boy. So we're gonna run up here. I'll get you a little bit more footage today, and then we're gonna talk about staying cool. You know, what do we do to stay cool? What does your old buddy do to stay cool? And we'll make sure I get some good eye contact in there on that camera with you. Because that's what makes the professional YouTubers, is that eye contact with the camera. All right, I'm gonna get off here before I get a ticket for distracted driving, and we'll find you some more grass to mow. Come on, let's go. All right, guys, so what I want to talk to you about today is we're right here the 1st of August in what is known here in the South as the dog days of summer, the hottest part of the summer. And now, granted, last week was probably the hottest we've had all year. Had some triple-digit heat indexes. I'm talking like up 110 heat index. Just muggy, just like South Florida swamp muggy. And today, on the other hand, like right now when I'm talking to you in the late afternoon, let's see what it is. It is actually right now, it is 84 degrees on the first day of August. And it has been like low humidity all day. It's been a real light breeze blowing. And like I said earlier in the video, probably got some rain coming in the next 36 to 48 hours. I fully expect within the next few weeks before Labor Day gets here, we're going to be back into some hot, dry weather. But you've got to make sure you're keeping yourself hydrated. I know I stress this a lot, and no, this is not another chance for me to plug Rehydrate at you, but it is something that I use. But I wanted to, not just hydration, but how do you stay cool? As I talked about earlier in the video last week and all that hot weather, my air conditioning went out in my truck. And I'm gonna tell you guys, that was rough. That was rough. And you can call me a big weenie all you want, I don't care. You know, I don't care what you think. That's rough, because when one of the few breaks you get from this heat is driving, you know, in between jobs. But what are some things that you do to help battle the elements of the heat? And what I wanted to share with you today is just a few things that I do. I've got the Redneck Yeti. It's the Ozark Trail cooler from Walmart. What I do every morning, this is a gallon jug, and that is full of water every morning when I leave. And as you can see, it's you know, there's maybe a quart left in that. And then I stick a couple of bottles of water in the freezer the night before for two things. They serve as ice packs in here, but they will thaw through the day, and they make really good cold ice water to drink at the end of the day. I throw in a couple of just bottles of water in case I run out of that jug, but two, this is something that I can mix up a Rehydrate or a Spark with. There's a piece of a Coke that's left over from this morning where I stopped and got a biscuit. I may chug on that on the way home. And then these are ice packs. They are reusable, refreezable ice packs that I picked up. Bought them off of Amazon. I got a couple of them. And when they come in, you fill them up with water, stick them in the freezer. You can refreeze them every night. I've got two of them. So there's one in the freezer that's frozen right now. And these, they claim to be the same type of ice packs that they use to transport medical supplies and whatnot. And then I've got this cooling towel. You've seen, I know y'all have seen these, the Mission cooling towels. I throw these in here so that it'll stay cool. And like, I can wrap that around my neck right now. And brother, that's better than any battery powered fan or so-called AC thing that you can get at the Wally World, at the Walmart. Honestly, I don't use these very often. I've got to get pretty dang hot before I'll do that. But they do make a big difference. And then I've got a stainless tumbler I keep up there in the truck with me. I fill it up with ice cubes every morning before I leave the shop. And I think it's like a 32 ounce tumbler. And then I can refill it with that gallon jug as well to have water to drink in the truck in between stops. Just a few things that I do. Of course, I've got my Rehydrate that I mix up, and I'm about to mix one of those up right now before we leave to go to the house. What have I left out? What am I missing, guys? You tell me. You guys are also out here in this every single day. You're battling the same elements that I'm battling. Some of you hotter, some of you maybe not. I get it. Then I'm not in South Florida, and it doesn't get as hot here as it does in South Florida or Texas or whatnot. And then we get a little hotter than you guys up Northeast do. So tell me what you do, and I'm curious to know what you do to battle the heat and stay hydrated. Appreciate you guys stopping by today. As always, leave me a big thumbs up on the channel before you leave. It means a lot, and I appreciate you guys watching. Whenever I put out a video once every 6 months. Haven't done so, can't imagine why you haven't, but go ahead and subscribe to the channel and ring that notify bell so you'll know when there's new content on the channel, and for all things Yard Boy, including where you can pick up some Rehydrate and some Spark and other great products to help you out. Head over to www.theyardboy.net, and hey, y'all keep them straight out there now, you hear? Love you guys, mean it, appreciate it.
Howdy doody.